Welcome back. So how do we measure music? What system do we use in order to measure and make sense of our world? Well, we use bars, beats, divisions, and ticks. Of course, this is the most fundamental basic stuff, but I do want to break it down. I do think it's important to get it done now. Strongly encourage you to keep working on this. All right, so there are 4 beats inside of 1 bar, 16 divisions inside of 1 bar, and 240 individual ticks in 1 division. Now, I'm going to prove all this to you, but to all my visual learners out there, I just want to make sure that you know I got your back. This is what it looks like. At the very top, we've got 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, and when we look at the triangles, these are the beats, right? So the bars are the circles, beats are the triangles. Inside of 1 bar, we have 4 beats, and we have 16 divisions inside of 1 bar. So keep this in the back of your head. It's all just basic math, and if you weren't good at math, I wasn't either, so don't worry about all the details. All right, so let's look at this region that I have here. So at the moment, it is 1 bar long. Well, how do I know this? Here is its beginning point, and here is its end point. So it starts 1, it ends at 2. The other reason I know this is because when I hover below any region, it could be the bottom right or the bottom left, this tool will convert to another tool called the resize tool. When I click and hold, you can see that the length of the region is noted. So it's 1 bar, 0 beats, 0 divisions, and 0 ticks. In order to access this, you have to click and hold to be able to see that. All right, so this gives me very valuable data. So the first claim was that there are 4 beats in a bar. The first beat is here. The second beat is there. Third is there. And the fourth is here. You have to be able to see this and to understand it. If you don't, it's gonna be like walking inside of a dark room and trying to do something very important like neurosurgery. It's not going to work. All right. At some point, you have to get specific and you have to understand the formulas. I also said that there are 16 divisions inside of 1 bar. Let's see if this is true. Now, I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background. I don't necessarily want you to overly concern yourself with that. I just want you to come along with me as I'm fabricating this story, right? So look at this. Click and hold, got 0 bars, 0 beats, 1 division, 0 ticks. And if you're not really sure what I'm looking at, that's what I'm looking at there, okay? All right. So 1 division, 2, 3, 4. So 4 divisions make 1 beat, but still 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16 divisions equates to 1 bar. And then finally, at the end, I said that 240 ticks equates to 1 division. So let's see if that's true. That right there is 1 division. I'll prove it to you. 0, 0, 1, 0. If I shift over to that number, now you can see that I have 2 divisions, right? So in order for me to get back, it's going to take 240 ticks. Well, we're going to go ahead and test out the waters. I am going to utilize what's called my snap to grid mode, and I'll talk a bit more about this in a second here. And I'm going to move back in time so I can access just 1 division. Right now I have 2, right? So the first thing that you'll see is that, oh, we're at 239 ticks. So it's 1 division with 239 ticks. And then I'll move all the way back. You can see that is now down in the 70s, 60s. And finally, when I get 2, 0, we will be back there. So that's one division. If I move a little over to the left, you can see I'm at 238 ticks, 239, sorry about that, and 240 equates to one division. All right, you need to start learning how to do this. Now, the way I'm able to pull this off, how am I able to move the regions? There are two ways: snap and nudge. The way I've been demoing this for you is by utilizing snap. These two features are absolutely critical if you want to learn how to move regions or events in the program. So I have a region that's 1 bar long, right? And there's two ways to actually move this region. First way is called snap mode, and it's right here. I only want you to work with bar, beat, division, and tick for now. You have other values, it's true, but utilizing this system will give you the greatest amount of acceleration and progress as quickly as possible. So if I'm utilizing snap to grid and I am in bar mode, if I just click and drag over to the right, I don't even have to think about it. This is going to move this specific region using mathematics, using science, over to bar 2, not even thinking about it. So if you want to be precise, which I know you do, then we need to utilize this system. I'm going to Command Z that. If I want to move this per beat, I click and drag using a mouse or a trackpad, it doesn't matter. That's beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, and then this all just cycles over and over again. All right, so if you want to move per beats, you use that. Let's move over to divisions. And again, we can move this over 16 times, and that'll take us over to bar 2. Let's drag it back, or I can simply hit Command Z, right? If I move something, I can hit Command Z. And then I have ticks. Now, why would I use bars, beats, divisions, or ticks? Obviously, you would want to use bars, beats, divisions when you want to be a bit more precise. Now, that could be a long throw, a long movement, or it could be a short movement. Ticks is best utilized when you want to get off of the grid. There are times, believe it or not, where you're not going to want something to start directly on the 1. And we'll have to talk about that later because there's just so much on the plate right now. So that's the first thing I need you to do, is understand how to utilize snap, use bars, beats, divisions, ticks, get a firm comprehension on these concepts. Then you shift over your attention to nudge. Now that's up here in the toolbar. And nudge is similar. It's related in that we're moving a region, but we're not going to be using our hands to touch the mouse or the trackpad. In this case, we utilize a key command. What is that key command? Option right arrow key or option left arrow key. Okay, if you're not a key command kind of dude or gal, go ahead and use this small icon here that will perform that key command for you. So I can click there, that'll move 1 bar. The value is determined by clicking here and saying, actually, I'd like to move 1 beat, or I'd like to move 1 division. Again, there are other values, but I'm going to ask you to kind of stay away from them. And to be honest, if you're a pure beginner, I only want you to stay between bar, beat, and division. That is it. So learn musical time, learn how to move regions via snap mode, snap to grid mode. And that means I'm clicking and holding on a mouse or a trackpad, and I am moving this over. And then the last thing is to utilize nudge and shift regions by way of key command, or of course, like I said, just clicking on the toolbar to get you going. All right, keep your head in the game. Let's stay happy. Let's stay focused on what we want. I'll catch you on the next one. Keep working on it.